Hello and welcome to day one of 𝗦𝘃𝗵𝐺 part 2. Today I'm going to be opening the first door on the Colorvent calendar with you guys and beginning hopefully the redemption of this Colorvent. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing one video a day. I did a whole intro in my last video with 𝗦𝘗𝗻𝗻, so I'm not going to do that a second time, but if you have any questions, I will do my best to answer them in the comments and go from there. But I just really want to start opening the doors on this one because I need a redemption year from last year's very blue Colorvent. So here's hoping this year's is going to be better. So yeah, let's just get started with door number 1 for day number 1 of the Colorvent. And I'm going to try not to rip the doors because last year I ripped the doors really badly. So we're just going to use my nails while I still have them and open this up. Ooh, okay, so we have a red door. Okay, so in this day number 1, we have an ink called Martian Dust, and it says, the red dust of Mars regularly rises with massive storms covering the entire planet. Let's go ahead and take it out. It is a standard, so there is no shimmer in this one. It's just a nice standard looking reddish ink. Let's put this in a pen and see what she looks like. Okay, so the pen I decided to pair with Martian Dust is my Pilot E95S in the burgundy. So I felt like maybe this red will be dark enough to match the red of the base of this pen, maybe? I don't know, we shall see. We shall see how this goes. Okay, so this pen has a medium 14K nib on it, and initially writing, this ink feels very lubricated. I'm kind of worried that it may not behave super well, but we shall see. But color-wise, I feel like it does match the pen. Let's do a swatch of it and see what happens. I'm also going to be painting the back of the card of words. This is a Colorverse card that I used last year. I just have the same pack, so I'm just going to add the ink to the back of this card. It has this really cool like printing on it with the zodiac, and I just really want to have a big old card swatch of the inks. I have different ones I'm using for the 𝗦𝘗𝗻𝗻, so I should be able to tell them apart easily, but I am also writing the names of the inks on the back of the card. I love this ink already. It is so dark, beautifully moody red. It's really pretty. I'm also going to be doing a water swatch on the bottom over here, just to see if any other colors kind of pull through from the ink. Okay, and I will be back. I'm going to do a writing sample underneath this right here. I'm just transcribing A Christmas Carol. So I'll be back. I'll show you guys what a full page looks like with this ink and give you my final thoughts. Okay, I have finished the full page of writing. I really like this ink, and I think it's just because I recently did my full maroon collage thing, but this is gorgeous. I am going to go ahead and compare this to the red inks in my binder here. This is the system I use to keep track of all of the inks that I try. And yeah, so I want to do some quick comparisons on this over here using the little card, and I'm going to let this finish drying and I will come back to that in a second. But here is my lovely little notebook, and we're going to see if I have anything that compares to Martian Dust. It's almost like a brown red, like a mahogany. It's very maroon. I really like this. It already looks very close to 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝐻 Document Dark Red, which is a pigment ink. So that's really interesting. Let's see what else we have here. It's kind of, no, not really. it's so brown. It's kind of maybe, yeah, it's kind of close to Diamond Oxblood. Oxblood is a bit more red though. This one definitely has a lot more brown pulling through, and it also has this kind of greenish sheen thing going on. It's similar to Candy Marsala, but from Fairsoul Press, which I think is a discontinued ink, so that's kind of cool. Also similar to Canyon Rust by Monteverde. Kind of close to Sailor Manyo's 𝗦𝘂𝗽𝗍. 𝗦𝘂𝗽𝗍 definitely has a stronger green sheen, and I think has a bit more of the like purpley burgundy aspect to that color. Also very similar to Tasha's Benetsushi, which I love that ink. Also kind of similar to Sailor Manyo's 𝗂, but 𝗂 has a black sheen, and Martian Dust seems to have make a really dark green sheen thing happening on it. Yeah, so that's all I have for reds. I have not updated my binder in a while, so I do have more reds in this than I probably showed. But for now, I think that's a pretty decent comparison. I do think you'd be able to find this ink elsewhere if it doesn't make it in the top 3 of Colorverse, which is cool. But if you did happen to pick up the calendar, I think it's a really great addition to a red collection because it's a nice kind of brownish red color. So yeah, final thoughts on Martian Dust. I am a fan. I really like this kind of like black green sheen thing it's got going on. It's not super strong, and I really like that. With the sheening ink, it either has to be like blinding or just very subtle, and I think I prefer the very subtle. And yeah, I like it. I like the little bit of shading that it has too, and it almost looks like more of the dye in the ink is a brighter red color with a slight bit of brown. I'll be interested to see how this looks when it's fully dry. But this is really nice, and it behaved really well in this pen. So, you know, I'm a fan. I really like this one. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it off here for day 1 of Colorverse Colorvent. Let me know what you guys think about this color. I think we're starting off the same as we did last year for Colorvent. I want to say we started with a red for that year too. So we'll see how this one turns out. But so far, I am a fan. Anyways, I'm going to stop here. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Be back tomorrow for day 2 of Diamine and Colorverse. So I'll see you guys then. Be blessed, and I'll see you guys. Bye.